How is it going, everyone? I hope you're all enjoying your day today, and welcome back to yet another video on the channel. Now today is the start of free agency frenzy, a day that is very exciting for many hockey fans around the globe, quite like myself. And as I just said, we are only one day into free agency frenzy, and it's about 5 p.m. Pacific time while I record this video, and we have already gotten off to a very hot start. There have been a ton of acquisitions made by many GMs around the league, and you can already sort of shape up who the early winners and losers are of this free agency frenzy. But something a little bit strange has been brought to my attention about this year's free agency frenzy, unlike any other year, and that is that none of the big fish have actually been acquired yet. And obviously you could argue for guys like Jacob Markstrom, but I'm talking about the guys like Taylor Hall, the guys like Alex Pietrangelo, and obviously speaking about Alex Pietrangelo, this video is all about him, as you can see in the title and thumbnail. We're going to be going over why I feel Alex Pietrangelo is nearly confirmed to be acquired by the Vegas Golden Knights. I know I made a video talking about why I feel he would go to the Leafs a couple days ago, but that is slowly slipping away, and I'll go through all of that in this video. Why I feel the Vegas Golden Knights have the best chance at acquiring this man, and why I feel all the pieces are sort of falling into place for this acquisition to be made. We're going to be going over all that in this video, but obviously before we actually start, make sure to subscribe, like, do all of that stuff. Thank you guys so much for all of your support on the recent videos. I owe it all to you guys, and let's continue this growth. We have nearly doubled my views in the past month, so I really appreciate that. And yeah, let's just keep it going. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now, aging back to when we had first started making rumors about Alex Pietrangelo and where he would actually end up in this year's free agency, I believe I had only ever suspected that he would get acquired by one of three teams, and those teams being the Toronto Maple Leafs, the St. Louis Blues, or the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, we're going to be talking about all three of these teams, starting off with the Toronto Maple Leafs and why I feel it is no longer a possibility that they will be able to land Alex Pietrangelo in this year's free agency market. And honestly, I really thought that Alex Pietrangelo would end up in his hometown. I thought that at some point today we get an announcement that Alex Pietrangelo would end up playing for his hometown, playing on the blue line for the Leafs. And I believe that all up until earlier this afternoon when the Leafs had announced their newest acquisition made to acquire defenseman from the Calgary Flames, TJ Brodie. And honestly, I look at this deal and I think it's such a smart move from Kyle Dubas to opt out of the bidding wars for Alex Pietrangelo to acquire a guy that could play that right side on the D line for a much more affordable price at $5 million a year for 4 years. I was looking at the Leafs Instagram page, and a couple of Leafs fans were a little bit upset to see this term, but honestly, to that I say, you're getting a guy that will take care of your most struggled position for the past couple years, for 4 years, and honestly, he'll be a very reliable guy back there for the span of the 4 years. I think it's a really smart move that they've acquired TJ Brodie. He's a very strong player. Obviously, he's gone up against the Canucks, so I've watched him quite a bit, and honestly, it's just a very smart move. Kyle Dubas, hats off to you there, buddy. And honestly, as to why they opted out of the Alex Pietrangelo craziness, I don't know. Maybe it was some sort of behind-the-scenes thing, or maybe they just thought logically that they weren't actually going to get him, so they didn't take any chances. They just acquired TJ Brodie straight away. But for now, I don't think that Alex Pietrangelo is going to the Leafs. Sorry, Leafs fans. And now moving on to the St. Louis Blues and why I feel they can no longer acquire their reigning captain, Alex Pietrangelo. They just acquired Torrey Krug for $6.5 million or something crazy like that. And honestly, this serves as a replacement for Alex Pietrangelo. And if you looked at a couple of interviews, Alex Pietrangelo actually said that he was a bit caught off guard by this news. So I don't think that Alex Pietrangelo will be ending up on the blue line for the Blues anytime soon. I think that he's out of there. I think that that basically solidifies that. I was going to make up a whole different reason as to why, but I think this basically cements it in stone that he will no longer be rejoining the St. Louis Blues to play alongside them anymore. Anyways, now that we talked about those two teams, let's talk about the Vegas Golden Knights and why I feel they will be the team to acquire Alex Pietrangelo in this year's free agency frenzy. If you guys didn't know, ex-Vegas Golden Knights member Paul Stastny has been moved out of the Vegas Golden Knights system to rejoin his old team, the Winnipeg Jets, and the Golden Knights honestly traded him for a salary cap dump. It's so clear to see that he had a $6.5 million cap hit, which is very expensive, so the fact that they're moving a guy like that is a key hint and indicator that they will be trying to bring in someone who is also very expensive. I think you guys know where I'm going with this, and I think Pietrangelo is that guy. And there's been a ton of rumors that tomorrow Pietrangelo will be visiting Vegas, Nevada to meet up with the management over with the Golden Knights to talk a little bit about, see if they can work out something, some sort of deal, or just the plan in general of what's going to happen moving forward. So I think that's a pretty key indicator that he is pretty interested in going to Vegas. I know a lot of players love going to Vegas as well because of the tax rates, which is another thing that really persuades them to want to go there. So I think that at this rate, Pietrangelo will probably end up playing for the Vegas Golden Knights next season. Let me know what you guys all think of this rumor, if you guys think this will actually happen or not. I think that it's pretty set in stone at this point. I don't see any other team that's really as high in the running to get him as Vegas. But if they do acquire him, it's going to be insane. It's going to be such a crazy fit, and the Vegas Golden Knights are going to be such a good team next year, as they already are such a good team. So the fact that they're going to get a guy like Petro is going to be insane. But let me know what you guys all think of this. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for all the support on the recent videos, and I'll be sure to catch you guys all in the next video. Peace.